Hello everyone. The next topic which we will be going to discuss is about the fermentation. Fermentation, it is considered as an anaerobic process in which energy can be released from glucose even if the oxygen is not available. So if the oxygen is not available, then it is an anaerobic pathway. So let's discuss what is fermentation. Fermentation occurs in the yeast cells. We have given the example that anaerobic, in case of the anaerobic respiration, yeast is the best example. The fermentation of yeast is the best example. Why? Because there is no presence of oxygen in that. So it is an anaerobic pathway in which the glucose is broken down, because there is no presence of oxygen and glucose will break down. If we talk about the animals, then where does this fermentation takes place? In animals, it takes place in the muscles. The respiration that happens at the minute level in our body is in the cell, it is called as the cellular respiration. It can occur both in the absence of oxygen as well as in the presence of oxygen. So if there is any type of cellular respiration which begins with the glycolysis, where a three molecule of pyruvic acid is formed as an end product. So this is what is fermentation, is one of the ways in which this is done. So there are different cells that handle this pyruvate in two major ways, and fermentation is one of them. Now, this is the process of fermentation, that how it takes place. So as we have discussed that fermentation is an enzyme catalyzed metabolic process where organisms, they convert starch or sugar to alcohol or an acid anaerobically, releasing energy, and the science of fermentation is called zymology. So the science of fermentation is called as zymology. So this is what is called as zymology. Now what is happening is, there is a glucose molecule and the process of glycolysis. Glycolysis is the process in which the glucose gets converted into pyruvate and it will release the energy. So now if there is a absent of oxygen, then it will be 2-ethanol or lactate and there will be a fermentation process. And if there is a oxygen which is present, there is a aerobic respiration process in which there will be formation of acetyl coenzyme A, there will be Krebs cycle, and there will be an electron transport chain cycle which will release 4 CO2 molecules. So this is what is happening in case of aerobic respiration, in which we require the oxygen. And in case of O2, that is an anaerobic process. This is an anaerobic respiration. So one of the process here is fermentation, or 2-ethanol or lactate that is being formed. So this is what a fermentation is. Now the process of fermentation. As we have already discussed through the diagram, that fermentation is an anaerobic biochemical process. So the first process is the same as cellular respiration, which is the formation of pyruvic acid by glycolysis, where the net 2 ATP molecules are synthesized in the next step, and pyruvate is reduced to lactic acid, ethanol or other products. So here NAD plus is formed, which is reutilized back into the glycolysis process. So there is a glucose molecule that converts to glyceraldehyde 3, phosphoglyceric acid, then pyruvic acid, which will leads to the formation of lactic acid and ethanol. So this is what is happening in the process of fermentation. Now there are basically three types of fermentation. First we will discuss the two types, that is the homofermentation and the heterofermentation. First of all, homofermentation is only one type of product formation, and heterofermentation in which more than one product is being formed. So on the basis of this end product formation, they are being categorized into these three parts. That is lactic acid fermentation, then alcohol fermentation, and acetic acid fermentation. Now what are these? So let's discuss this first, the lactic acid fermentation. As the name suggests, lactic acid fermentation, which means there will be a formation of lactic acid. So what is happening is, in this basically starch or sugar, they are converted to lactic acid by the yeast strain and the bacteria. So during the exercise, when external energy expenditure is faster than the oxygen supply to the muscle, this will result into the lactic acid and painful muscles. So this is what lactic acid fermentation is. Now next is alcohol fermentation. This type of fermentation is basically used in the industry level, for example in the formation of wine and beer. So what is happening is, the pyruvate, which is the end product of glycolysis, it is broken down to alcohol and carbon dioxide. So wine and beer are the examples of the alcoholic fermentation. Next is acetic acid fermentation. The name suggests itself. So there is a starch and sugar which is present in grains and fruits. So they ferment into vinegar and condiments. So the example here is apple cider vinegar. So this is the example of acetic acid fermentation. Now, what are the advantages of this? As you can see here, there is a glucose molecule which gets, there is a glycolysis process and there is a formation of pyruvic acid. Now there are few organisms which are, or microorganisms which are responsible for the formation of fermentation products. So this, what are the fermentation products here? There is a Swiss cheese. When the lactic acid is produced, there is a cheddar cheese, yogurt, sauce. Saccharomyces, there is a wine and beer production. Clostridium, there is a acetone and isopropanol production, which is a fermented product. Then acetobacter, which leads to the acetic acid and it will give the vinegar. So this is what the advantages of fermentation, and these are some of the fermented products. By the help of some of the organisms, these get converted into the required products. For example, cheese, wine, vinegar, beer, nail polish remover, rubbing alcohol. So these are all the advantages of fermentation. Now fermentation, as I already discussed, that it is used to make many products, and these products are being listed here. They are wine, they are beer, they are biofuels, then yogurt, pickles, bread, salt food containing lactic acid, there are certain antibiotics and vitamins. So these are all the products. Next is, what are the benefits? The First of all, the fermented products are being formed. Now what are the benefits of consuming these fermented foods? So first of all, it will improve the digestion and help to maintain the intestinal bacteria. So it will keep the intestinal bacteria healthy and it improves the digestion of a person or animal. It has anti-cancer effect. It also has an anti-cancer effect and it improves the immune system. Basically, it will make the immune system strong so that it can fight various diseases and also helps in the digestion. Also, it reduces the lactose intolerance. So it reduces the lactose intolerance as well. Now this is the reference. Thank you.